Hi, so in today's video I'll be showing you how to cut and leave the original hem of the pants. Let's get started. So you want to start by folding the pants together like this. And making sure the hem at the bottom is even. The next thing you want to do is measure the length of the pants, which in this case is 38.5 inches. So I'm going to measure 38.5 inches from the top. So 38.5 inches. And then I'm going to make a mark here. So right here, 38.5 inch. So whatever I have here, it's 2.5 inches. I'm going to measure the same across here. So now that I measured here 2.5 inches, I'm going to draw a straight line across. Making sure it's 2.5 inch. So 2.5 inches here, and I'm going to draw a straight line across. So I'm going to draw a straight line across here. And I'm also going to put it here. And then the other side as well. Making sure it's straight. So the next thing you want to do is measure the length of the hem, which is 1/2 inch. So you're going to mark a next line at the top, 1/2 inches. So you're going to mark a next line 1/2 inches because we're going to add back this fabric here, and then you want to draw a straight line. So what you're going to do is measure 1/2 inch from the other line, and you make a mark because we're going to add on this fabric back. So I'm going to draw a straight line across. So 1/2 inches. And now I'm going to draw a straight line here. So now we have 1/2 inches above that line. And we're going to do the same like we did before. We're going to fold the pants back. And we're going to draw that line on all 4 pieces of the fabric. Making sure we catch. So I'm going to cut on the first line, and I'm cutting, this fabric is thick. So this is the first layer, and I'm gonna cut at the bottom. So the next thing you want to do is measure 1 inch from the end of the jeans, because 1/2 inch for stitching allowance. So 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and you're going to do that on both sides and then cut it. So 1 inch. So now that I measure 1 inch, I'm going to draw a line and then cut it on both pieces. So I'm going to cut. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to measure 1 inch. So I put a mark on the leg, so I know this is the inside of the pant, and I'm gonna serge it all around. And the reason I choose to do it like this, so it's not bulky when you stitch it both together at once, and also when you're doing the serging is also thick. And then after, I'm gonna serge around the raw edges on the pant as well. So now you want to line that up together, and you want to pin it to the edge. So you want to turn it over like this and place it there, and now you want to pin it together and make sure it's lined up together, making sure it's lined up, and you're going to pin. So you could put the stitch right to the edge. So when you do it like this, that way it's not bulky. So you're going to put your needle down at the edge, and then you're going to start stitching. Right along, you're going to start stitching right along the edges that you pin. So I'm stitching right on the edge with 1/2 inch seam allowance. When you reach to the thick end, you got to take your time and roll over the hem. So this is how it looks when it's finished. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.